And then I have a couple other channels that I follow. You've probably heard of Critical Role. Their stuff is a lot of people have been like mentioning that Critical Role is kind of falling in popularity, and well, I guess you could say that actually, according to these last few episodes, 607K views. That one's down to 452, 84 just came out. Yeah, I don't know. That could be something to that. But on like Twitch, they still have really good numbers. They're the top show on Twitch pretty much. So yeah, 700, 700. I haven't seen that one yet. Anyway, their stuff is still good. It may not be kind of the way it started when they were just kind of learning the ropes and stuff. Their production quality's gotten a lot higher. But funny enough, that seems to be not as important as just like them watching them play the game is just what it's all about. So and now that they've got these guest characters, it's like I find that interesting, but a lot of people are like, I just want to see the main characters. I don't want anything to change. But I don't mind that. I actually like it. I like seeing the changes they try and do. If they don't work, whatever, they up to them to try to keep their content more interesting. I do like the story and where it's going. It's kind of in a side step right now because they basically split the party into two groups so they could add some guests and not have like, you know, 15 people at the table. Uh, so I get that if they wanted to have guests, it's a good way to do it, split up the team. But you get like kind of, your favorite, if your favorite people are the ones that are not on right now, then that's setting you up to kind of like skip something. And when the two parties get back together, I guess the guests will leave. But people are starting to get attached to the guests, so maybe they'll do something where all the guests can get together and do another show that can run with a different DM and just go concurrently and to be like a spin-off. I would watch that. I don't think it would do as well as the original, but it would still do really well. And a lot of people like these characters. I mean, they're all pretty interesting. These are great role players, so they're from a lot of different things. The current one of them is from Dimension 20, and that's another great show, great channel. Some other ones that are less well known that I follow, Legends of Avantris. If you haven't seen this, I would recommend starting with this Chuckles the Clown compilation because it was one of the TikToks or YouTube shorts that kind of just got me in. And there's a whole ton of these where he does this Chuckles character, and it's just these guys are just hilarious. They're really funny. Their show is really good. They're really getting a lot more subscribers now. They were down at the 30s when I first saw them, so those YouTube shorts really work for bringing in the people, and they're quite funny. I would recommend if you want to get into the ones that have Chuckles in it the most. It's the Once Upon a Witchlight, but they're up to 36 now. I would go back and watch whichever one where they get. Well, I mean the ones in the carnival are fun. The first part of the Witchlight series, but when they get to Hither, it's a bit more like a D&D game. So if you're used to Critical Role, I would definitely start somewhere there. But if you want to go all the way back to the beginning, there is some hilarious stuff that happens in the carnival, and they take forever to get through that part. It's like 15 episodes or something like that. So they are the kings of tangents. They will go off and have a fey curse on all of them that will lead them to do all kinds of crazy things. They're getting a bit repetitive now, so I think they lessened them in each episode once they got past around 20. But yeah, if you go back, you'll just don't binge it too much because you'll see the same things over and over. But if you watch like one every week, it'll be or maybe a couple in a week, it'll be pretty funny. And their episodes are about 2.5 hours, kind of like my actual plays, so it's not too bad. It's not like Critical Role with the whole 4 hours. So these ones are good. There's another show. Where's the actual plays? Well, for D&D stuff, Dungeon Craft, Bob World Builder, um, the Nerdarchy guys, D&D obviously. Ginny D has some good advice. Matthew Colville, excellent advice there. Sly Flourish. He's got some great stuff. Good advice for doing the best game you can with the minimal amount of prep. That is kind of his thing. And then Crispy's Tavern is just a bunch of he's got a bunch of different things now, but his main thing is basically telling D&D horror stories, and he reads them out from stuff that's been submitted to him or off of Reddit, or whatever. Reddit is kind of going down the tube, but yeah, he reads a lot of interesting, funny stories that happen in people's campaigns. The only thing I don't like about it is that they're very entertaining and to listen to, and the things that happen are just like, no way, I can't believe that happened. But they are a little bit on the negative side, so I would take those, like, just read, watch an episode here and there. I sat and binged it for a while, and it's just like, keep hearing the same stories, like people being real creeps and stuff like that. So you got to do it a little bit sparingly. And then for Overwatch stuff, I usually check Stylosa and Your Overwatch whenever they post a video. It's usually informational, and they do pretty short videos, so they don't really get into depth with, like, I like Jane used to do this too, and he used to do sessions where he would actually teach a player of lower ranks, how to properly play the game. He did some other things where he'd put people who thought they should be in a higher rank into the higher rank with the scrims, and it was a lot of fun to watch. But mostly Stylosa has been complaining about the monetization in Overwatch 2 lately, which is like, it is what it is, man. Let it go. Your Overwatch is trying to keep a more positive attitude, and he's looking at what's good about the future of Overwatch. Obviously, they lost a lot of trust with a lot of their fans with pulling the rug out on the PvE, but they're adding stuff back in, which won't be as great as what they were originally planning, but I have a feeling it's still going to be pretty fun. And the game itself right now it's fun enough, man. Don't need to, reinvent the wheel. It's basically Overwatch 1 with some improvements and now regular content coming in. So it is what it is. And until they get out from under Bobby, it won't really be able to kind of soar like it should. But it's still playable and it's still fun. And I haven't seen a better game for me in the shooter genre. I'm not a big fan of games like Counter-Strike or Fortnite. Fortnite's just too wacky for me, and games like Counter-Strike are just too samey for me. All the characters seem the same. There's nothing kind of interesting about that. It's just shooting, and I'm not that good at it, so I would just get owned. That's not fun. But Overwatch still has that balance of the character and story are interesting. I wish they do more with it, but they are interesting, and the character design is excellent. I played Paladins as well, and the characters there are not bad, but it just, when you play it, it just doesn't, it seems like it should be more like Overwatch, but it just isn't. And maybe that's just because Overwatch was my first big PvP type game and shooter game. So yeah, that's it. I also follow Brandon Sanderson, although I've never read one of his novels. He's very entertaining with stories of writing. I'm an aspiring writer as well. And I just found this new site, Randy Feltface. sounds funny, but this guy, and it is funny, this guy is hilarious. Like, even despite the fact that he's a puppet, it's like he is an Australian man whose stand-up comedy is like excellent. Like, he didn't really need to be this puppet, but he's an excellent puppeteer as well. His puppet seems real. I'll show you one of his shorts. It's just hilarious. Where is it? Shorts. Here they are. That one. This is a good one here. Maybe. He does swear a lot, so I'm trying to find one that might not have as much swearing. Uh-oh, the audio is not coming through on here. Oh, wow. Yeah, what is going on here? Well, you know what? Go to his site, watch some of the things. It's really funny. I gotta move on. So that's enough things. I mean, obviously, you should check out Gigglepish's channel. He's like me, just trying to get things going. We've got a lot of videos, but not a lot of subscribers. So what we're doing is probably not working too well. Because we're just trying to like stream our games. But once I figure out how to make shorter and more well edited videos, we may get some leveling up here. And need to find some way to advertise. If anyone's watching this and knows how to like advertise stuff and like market stuff and where to go to like just tell people about your stuff without getting like, I try to do it in like YouTube comments and it just deletes my post. So you can't go around like promoting yourself there. You can't do it on Twitch. They don't like you typing. Most other places don't like you doing it there. And in Twitch, you can sort of raid other people, but raiding someone else with like 3 viewers, I mean, that's not going to do a lot. And you get somebody raiding you sometimes, and that's cool, but it just doesn't turn into anything. There's no like, I don't know, like I'm watching a guy called GM Workshop. He's in here too. And he has like a really good channel. His has come up a lot. He's got he does like playthroughs with his chat of D&D. So he uses Tailspire. He's a big Tailspire guy. So I'm with him on that. And he does a lot of just getting people to like vote on what the character's gonna do. He was originally doing that with just his chat. Now I just saw today he had He's got like an actual play going on. He's doing a lot more stuff. He's really big into Dragonlance, so that's what he's been promoting a lot lately. Um, but yeah, he's a cool guy. He's very friendly, easygoing. Um, he's very nonchalant but very funny. He has a lot of he's pretty good. Does pretty good voices. I don't think he's a voice actor, but he definitely DMs very well. And yeah, he has tools and tips and stuff, and um, yeah, he does a lot of cool things. He usually streams during the day, so I have a hard time watching him unless I'm, doing something that doesn't require a lot of thought at work. But he's out there and he's getting up there. He's getting close to. His Twitch channel is doing really well. I think he has 200 subscribers or something like that, which is like the paid version. And on his YouTube here, he's almost getting up to, he's halfway to the thousands, so that's pretty good. I don't know how often he posts his videos over here, but yeah, I should get on that more. I mean, I can't believe I put on like 585 videos up here. Like most of that's just my Overwatch games, so I'll stream a game, then I'll save the file and I'll upload it to my YouTube channel, kind of just to keep it around. Like it will get lost if I just leave it on my Twitch. Although I do use the highlights, I abuse the highlight system. Don't tell Twitch, they'll take it away from me. But yeah, I've been doing that for a while, and it's a good way to keep your stuff organized and just for yourself. I mean, I'm not getting anywhere close to 1,000 subscribers to become a YouTube partner, but I really do want to. I think that'd be really cool. So if you are interested in checking out my YouTube channel, just check out the Vampire Logan one. That's the main one I want to do stuff with. When I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to give away a free game. When I get to 500, I'm going to give away maybe a few free games, and 1,000, I'll give away probably like 10 free games. So if anyone wants to get some free games, just come over here and click the subscribe button. It's really easy. Doesn't cost you anything. And I just need to get to 1,000. So help me out. If you are just a Twitch viewer, then just stay on Twitch and subscribe to me there. But I am really trying to push the YouTube channel now, so I will be mentioning that more often. The other thing with giveaways is I have on my D&D streams on Tuesday night and some Wednesdays, if the people actually show up, then I play D&D on those 2 nights, and we do an actual play, and it's a lot of fun. If you get on there, there's a few things you can do to interact, and you can enter the contest, and if you stay till the end, I give away a game if at least 2 people enter. So far that doesn't happen very often, but if you get in there, and there's usually not even, there's usually not even 1 person entering the contest. So if you get in there, you're probably going to win the game. So get in. If I forget to start the contest, just ask me about the contest in the chat and I'll start it. And then when you start, you just type !raffle and you get a ticket. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that stuff now. I'm going to move on to Overwatch. So I'm going to take a little break screen here, and then I'll switch over to Overwatch. All right, thanks for watching.